Good evening, my name's Michael.
And I'm Deja.
And welcome to our video. Okay, let's be honest here, folks. Writing in college is very important. It not only allows you to convey your point to your peers and your professor, but it also gets you the good grades you need to pass your classes.
Which is why today we'll be going over some things that we think can help you be a better college writer.
We're going to go over some things that are a bit less thought about, the usual things where you go, don't procrastinate, or, read the directions. Those are kind of obvious, you might think, duh. So we're not going to kind of go over those. We're going to go over a little bit more interesting things that you might not have thought about.
One of the first things that we want to mention, and we think that it's very important, is ask your professors if you need anything. If you have any questions about the assignment, if you don't understand something.
If you're having any confusion at all, talk to your professor. Ask them for models of the project. They probably have some, and if they don't, just Google it. I mean, that's what everybody does nowadays.
They may have styles or preferences that you can take into consideration that can help your grade as well.
Good point. I just wanted to cover the brief topic of inventing the university, which is where you write a paper and then you try and translate it into something that you think might seem more preferable to the professor. But oftentimes it kind of makes it sound worse. So my advice would be to just write as though you were just talking to somebody. Even if it's a research paper or something that you wouldn't usually use in conversation. I personally think that you should just use your own writing and stay away from the thesaurus usually.
If you are really worried about your paper, you can always go to the writing center. They will help you fix your paper in any way that you want. So that's a good resource that you can use.
All right, so the next topic we want to go over is we really want you to be familiar with your writing strategy, your personal process. We read an article, I don't remember what the name of the article was. It was a long article, which will include...
With a long title.
Yeah, like right here or something. And it was written by Pryor and Shipka, and they talk about how different people all have different writing strategies, something that puts them in the mood to write. It's what they feel. Whatever you need to do to write effectively, that's what you have to do. I'm not condoning that you wait till the last minute so you have some drive to actually write the paper, but I mean, if it works for you, you should try to do whatever works best for you.
Some examples of writing processes or things that people have to include in their writing processes are taking a run before or during the paper, taking frequent breaks, doing laundry, doing dishes. Any of these things, taking just a cigarette break, sometimes that helps.
Do you take cigarette breaks?
No. Citations are very important. Works cited pages, making sure that if you do a research paper or analyze something, you always put the article and references in there for that. There are different kinds of citations. There are MLA format, APA.
I believe there's over 20 different types.
Yeah, there are multiple different ones. Also, it can play into different disciplines. If you're writing for a different discipline, they may require a different citation format.
Got any examples of things that you could have done better in writing in college so far?
Oh man. Some things that I have really messed up on so far are citations. I have left out works cited pages. We did an analytical paper. I didn't have a works cited page. I used citations, but I didn't end up including the articles and the references and where I got this information at the end of the paper, which is pretty important. It's always helpful to your professor so they can see if your sources are credible or not, and it's most of the time it's preferred that you include it. So that was a big mistake of mine.
I was admitted into it's English 111, which translates to English 120 here. So, and we talked a lot about papers, and we talked about ethos, logos, pathos, and different things like that, but my first paper I wrote in there, I didn't really know what to expect, and she gave really loose guidelines, and I was kind of scared to go up and ask her about it, our professor, And so what happened was I accidentally wrote a paper that was completely the opposite of what she wanted, and had to do some big revisions there to get points back. So yeah, that's one of the things I do say. You really need to make sure you know what you're supposed to be writing, how you're supposed to be writing it, and also whether or not you need to include citations.
Yes.
I want to just mention briefly peer reviewers. You really, really need to utilize peer reviewers. Some classes will set up a group for you where it's really nice, and if they actually, review your papers, that would be awesome, but sometimes they don't. Not my group. My group was awesome. I say as many eyes that can read that paper as possible, do it, because a fresh set of eyes, a new perspective really, really helps you focus in on getting that writing just right.
Peer review is definitely important. Take it seriously. Help other people with their papers, and they'll help you with your papers. It's one of the best things you can do, because as you said, a second set of eyes is always better.
Many colleges around the country require a writing intensive class to be taken before a student can graduate. This is why we think it's really important that you focus on your writing and you do take it seriously, which is why we've made this video. And is there anything else you want to add? I would like to take a small second to bring up our survival guide, which we've written up.
And you can feel free to take one with you. The same topics will be covered in the brochure that we are covering in the video. So.
It'll help press the time. All right, this has been Tips to Survive College Writing. My name is Michael.
My name is Deja.
And we thank you for watching our video. Ta-ta! If we were just sitting here talking, I think it'd be really boring.
I'm thinking about a nap.
What are you looking at me for?
Let's want to go in. That would be fun.
Where should we insert it?
Whatever you want to do.
That sounds awesome. Alright, so do you think we should reassemble it? I really like it.
Well, that's stupid.
Yes, it sucks. But I don't like brown. I like
a weird tan brown.
I like that gray color. It's nice.
Should we move this table back?
I think we'll leave it like this.